You talk about your humble beginnings growing up.
And they were.
They were humble. And you grew up in Cleveland?
Well, Chagrin Falls, outside of Cleveland.
Okay.
Listen to that applause.
Yeah.
Watch this if you think that's good. Bowling Green State University. Oh, you're all out of work.
Yeah.
That's good.
They're all liars. Humble beginnings, was it not a lot of money in your family? Was Christmas hard for you growing up?
They didn't tell me about Christmas until I was 17.
Really?
So I really didn't, you know.
You save a lot of money that way.
Yeah. So I thought, why do we keep bringing this tree in?
Yeah.
No, my folks, my dad took care of horses. Mm-hmm. So he had a pitchfork and, that kind of taken care of. And he trained racehorses. So I was originally started out to be a jockey.
Really? You were going to be a jockey?
Yeah, at this weight, even the horses ask you to get off. So, yeah.
So when did you decide show business? Did your parents know? Did they understand that show business was in your blood, that you wanted to be a comedian?
It pretty much parallels the racing business, because you bet on the fact that you're going to make it, and as you know, you don't. So.
I know. Not wrong.
You know the heartbreak.
I sure do.
Oh, okay.
We all know the heartbreak,
Yeah.
Tim. I have to ask you about something. As you know, and we've talked about this before, like many people my age and continuing, because all of this lives on the internet, thank God.
Does this have an ending?
No, this just goes.
Okay.
The year was 1933. Babe Ruth approached me with flowers.
Yes.
My point was that I grew up watching you, and God, you would make me laugh on the Carol Burnett Show.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's
yeah.
okay. And ruined my chance of being a jockey. And I watched you, and I remember there was one sketch in particular that I've always wanted to talk to you about, which is a dentist sketch, which was absolutely hilarious, where you're with Harvey Korman, and it looks like Harvey Korman has completely lost control of the situation.
He actually wet his pants. So
he wet his pants.
Yes, laughing.
Yeah.
Well, I
It'd be sad if he wasn't laughing. If there was no reason why he wet his pants, that would be sad.
Well, he did
It was
that on
an
occasion
offensive
too.
move.
Yeah. You got him laughing so hard in the sketch that he wet himself.
Yes. And I'm very proud of that too. Yeah. Because I owned the cleaners at the time. And,
this was a good side business for you, wasn't it?
Yes, oh God, yes. It was about a guy who was a dentist, and he accidentally poked himself in the hand with Novocaine and immobilized his hand.
And this was based on something that really you had witnessed.
In the Army.
Yeah.
A guy said, we're going to pull his tooth, and so he took my lip like this, and he stuck the needle in, and it went through my cheek and into his thumb. And so he put all the Novocaine in there, and he's going now, whoa. So I said, you okay? And he said, yeah, this will be coming around soon. And so he said, we're going to pull it out now. And I said, no, you're not.
Yeah.
So I spent an extra 2 weeks in the Army because of not listening to this lieutenant who wanted to pull my tooth.
Without the use of his hands.
Without the use of his hands, just his feet.
Yeah.
And
we actually have this clip. You're making Harvey Korman laugh. And are we going to see him wet himself on camera?
Well, if you look real close, yeah, he did.
Let's watch for this historic television moment, shall we?
I'll just give you a little shot here. Yeah, I'll be right with you.